Hello, and thank you for tuning in to our international news broadcast. Right now, let's review the top stories currently capturing global attention.
Event number 1. Power struggle in Iran. Larijani becomes Mojtaba Khamenei's main rival. Event number 2. Iran was accused of attacking an oil facility in Oman with a drone. Event number 3. UAV crashed near Dubai airport, injuring 4 people, causing panic among passengers. Event number 4. Pakistan's economy is struggling because of the Iran conflict, record fuel prices, and inflation.
And now, for the details.
Following Mojtaba Khamenei's appointment as Iran's next supreme leader, influential statesman Ali Larijani has emerged as a primary rival and a key obstacle to a smooth power transition in the country, according to reports from Israeli media. The prospect of Mojtaba Khamenei assuming leadership has caused ideological unease within Iran's clerical classes. Although some of Iran's senior clerical bodies have quietly backed Mojtaba, divisions among the country's elite political and security factions are expected to deepen. Sources indicate that some senior officials are concerned that promoting the son of the late supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei could be perceived as establishing a hereditary dynasty, potentially undermining the Islamic Republic's long-standing clerical power base and revolutionary principles of governance. Consequently, 2 primary political factions have recently emerged in Iran. The first is centered around Mojtaba Khamenei and is supported by security organizations, including the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, also known as the IRGC. Prominent figures aligned with this group reportedly include former Interior Minister and IRGC Commander Ahmad Vahidi, as well as Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf. The second faction is centered around Ali Larijani and his brothers, who belong to one of Iran's most influential political families, with leadership roles held by Ali Larijani and his younger brother, Sadek Larijani. Ali Larijani is a veteran figure who has held key positions, including Speaker of Parliament and head of the Islamic Republic's Supreme National Security Council. His extensive network and established clerical credentials give him significant influence over both the country's executive branch and its security apparatus. In the lead-up to the announcement of Mojtaba Khamenei's appointment as the next supreme leader, reports indicated that friction also escalated sharply between Larijani and Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf. A source close to the establishment described the scenario as a deep division over both the succession process and the question of who will hold ultimate power after the leadership transition is complete. Some Iranian clerics and government insiders claim that the powerful assembly of experts has already conducted an internal vote, essentially settling the leadership issue. However, internal sources indicate that a public announcement of the decision has been complicated by ongoing factional disputes and concerns about the regime's stability. An individual close to the administration's internal discussions described the situation as a profound rift over both the succession process and the question of who will ultimately control the levers of power once the transition is over. Tehran launched a new drone attack on major Omani oil facilities at the port of Salalah on Wednesday as the war between Iran and a U.S.-Israeli coalition entered its second week. Images capturing the aftermath of the attack have circulated on social media. The footage shows thick plumes of smoke rising from the scene of the incident. Oman TV reported that multiple drones struck fuel storage tanks at the port facility. Meanwhile, a security source cited by the Oman News Agency said other incoming aerial devices were intercepted by air defense systems. Despite the attack on the storage depot, no merchant vessels in the port were damaged. Reports indicate the strike forced a temporary halt to operations at the port's liquid and general cargo terminals, while emergency crews worked to control the resulting fires. There were no immediate reports of casualties. Today's attack is the latest in a series of Iranian strikes targeting energy facilities in the Gulf region in retaliation for joint U.S.-Israeli airstrikes that began last month. 2 drones that crashed near Dubai International Airport in the United Arab Emirates have injured 4 people. This was reported in a statement released by local authorities. 4 people were injured in the incident. 2 of them are Ghanaian citizens, 1 is from Bangladesh, and 1 is an Indian national. Although the ownership of the drones has not been officially disclosed, Dubai International Airport has been targeted multiple times in recent days by suspected Iranian drones. Following the drone attack, the airport reportedly continued to operate as normal. However, in recent days, many foreigners in Dubai have been leaving the city in large numbers, causing chaotic conditions at the airport. Footage circulating on social media shows massive crowds at the airport, with thousands of people trying to leave the city at the same time. Dubai International Airport was last targeted by Iranian drones on March 7th. 2 explosions occurred on the airport grounds during that attack, although no casualties were reported. It should be noted that after the United States and Israel launched attacks on Iran, the United Arab Emirates became one of the primary countries targeted by Iranian strikes. Along with Dubai, the city of Abu Dhabi has also suffered missile and drone attacks, causing significant damage in both cities. The war with Iran is causing collateral damage to the world economy. According to the Associated Press, Pakistan is in a particularly dire situation. The South Asian nation imports 40% of its energy and relies heavily on liquefied natural gas from Qatar, a supply which has been cut off due to the conflict. The people of Pakistan are facing soaring fuel prices as the government raised the price of gasoline to a record high last Friday, increasing from 266 rupees per liter to 321 rupees per liter. Higher energy prices will squeeze Pakistani households and harm their economy. Inflation has worn us out, said Shahbaz Niazi, a resident of Karachi. He added that the rising cost of fuel is exacerbating already high expenses, like rent and food. I don't know how to cope with this situation. The Pakistani government on Monday announced a plan to address the economic difficulties stemming from the war. One proposal has called for half of all employees in both the public and private sectors to work from home to reduce fuel consumption. Economic analyst Shahryar Butt said the government cannot offer any subsidies because the nation is under an International Monetary Fund (IMF) loan program. The IMF typically requires countries in these programs to eliminate widespread subsidies, especially on energy. The widening conflict has also disrupted Pakistan's pharmaceutical imports, according to pharmacists. Pakistan's benchmark KSE 100 index recovered some ground on Tuesday after a sharp drop of 11,015, 96 points on Monday, but remained down overall.